If you're trying to buy an Xbox Series X or PS5 this holiday season for retail price, you are pretty much shit out of luck.
I had to beat an old lady with a stick to get these.
Attempting to secure a new Xbox has made me want to 13 reasons why myself with how difficult it has been. These two consoles have been consistently out of stock since they released last November. They have been so hard to get a hold of, there are entire Twitter accounts dedicated to nothing else but sharing upcoming release dates and news for these consoles. Every time, whether it be Xbox or PlayStation, go on sale at any of the major retailers, they sell out instantly. However, you could always choose to settle for the bastard red-headed stepchild of this generation, being the Xbox Series S, as those have been a lot easier to get, and sometimes sit in stock for various days on end at some places. So what the hell? Why is it so hard to get these consoles? Is gaming becoming too mainstream? When will this situation get any better? Why did my wife leave me? Today, we will hopefully find the answers to these questions, and possibly have a little bit of fun along the way. So the Xbox Series X and S and PS5 released on November 10th and 12th of 2020 respectively. To this day, over a year later, the only one of these consoles to actually sit on the shelves of any store has been the Xbox Series S, the less powerful little brother of the Series X. Whether it's because the console is less powerful than the Series X, or due to the fact it doesn't have a disk drive, the demand isn't nearly what it is for the other consoles. It still usually sells out at most retailers eventually. However, every time I find myself at a Costco, aside from cursing the Kirkland gods for removing the sacred $1.50 Polish combo, I'll usually see the Series S sitting there in stock. So just for this video, I'm going to pretty much be ignoring the Series S, just like most average consumers. The two biggest questions most people have had since launch have been, why is it never available, and when can I get my grubby little gamer hands on one? There are two key reasons that these things are so damn hard to get, and they both have to do with a little disease named after a shitty beer brand. The first being more observable and recordable one, that being the global microchip shortage. While this shortage affects a large chunk of the market these days, with how highly technology is integrated into a lot of our consumer products, there are two specific industries that it has really grasped the gonads of, that being automotive and gaming. Side note, these are two industries with some of the worst fan bases sometimes, don't at me. With this chip shortage, Sony and Microsoft can't make consoles fast enough to keep up with the demand for these products. I mean, I feel like I don't have to explain this, but when the demand outweighs the supply, shit's gonna sell out and create a large secondary market, which I will touch on in a bit. The chip shortage began last year with the rise of the Rona, causing many manufacturers to shut down, thus leading to less stock being produced, eventually snowballing into little Timmy getting an Xbox One X for Christmas instead of an Xbox Series X. The second major cause is that the demand is through the roof. Video games have always been a broad interest for a lot of people, even those who wouldn't nearly classify themselves as a gamer. However, over the last couple of years, with notable popularity of Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, and other free-to-play battle royales, there have been more people playing games now than have ever before. Coupled with the global pandemic that would have been a lot cooler if people were turning into zombies, the increase of the average person staying at home and picking up a controller has skyrocketed. I honestly can't tell you how crazy it is seeing the people that I knew in high school that couldn't tell the difference between an Xbox and a PlayStation controller are the same people making TikToks about ignoring their girlfriends because they're just too busy playing 2K or COD with their homies. With demand increasing, with more people than ever playing games, and the supply not able to keep up because of a global Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card, there's not enough consoles to sell to everyone, which has led to a cancerous aftermarket. Resellers for hyped items are some of the most toxic people out there. Frankly, anyone that has entrepreneur in their bio and is making a $20 markup on a general release Jordan is a cancer to society. You're not grinding, you're just making it hard for other people to enjoy shit. I'm the first to admit I usually don't mind people going and selling stuff online that they had bought and might not personally want. Whether they don't care for it or whatever the reason is, the market will determine the price due to the demand. However, what we are seeing with resellers in the console market is just fucking bullshit, man. Like, I'm personally into sneakers and streetwear, and to see a PlayStation 5 being sold on fucking StockX, of all places, is just nuts. StockX used to be for just sneakers and clothing like Jordans, Yeezys, Supreme, etc. And over the last 2 years, they've also been selling PlayStation, Xbox, and Pokemon cards. Like, what? I just want a pair of Yeezys, what the fuck? The reselling community has really set their sights on the new PlayStation and Xbox consoles, along with graphics cards. Mainly because Supreme is kinda dead after Rice Gum became irrelevant, and Kanye decides he wants to release a dozen different shoes that all roughly look the damn same. The resellers have significantly impacted the ease of trying to get these consoles, and are actually making it harder for the average person to get from retailers at regular price. People in the past, to try and get hype stuff like sneakers, have been known to use bots to help check out and secure items automatically with the use of computer programs. It still boggles my fucking mind how the kids with these bots decided to switch from hustling sneakers to price gouging families trying to get their children Christmas gifts. Like, I get the sneakers thing. They're meant for adults because kids can't wear most of the hype shoes coming out, and when you're an adult, pretty much anything's fair game. Fuck them. But when you're actively working to make people pay extra money to get shit for their children, there's a special place in hell waiting for them. Resellers aren't the only thing smoothing the brains of the console buyer's experience. Companies, primarily Walmart and Best Buy, have been implementing exclusive access for people trying to buy these new consoles. They have had days where they make the consoles available, but only to the people subscribed to their premium membership programs like Walmart Plus. This is shitty because they know that they can charge people for just the chance to buy an Xbox or PS5, because having membership doesn't grant you a guarantee. It's still fucking hard to get these things. Also, when it comes to memberships, Walmart does have a free trial. However, it doesn't let you try for the console unless you've already paid for said membership. So you can't just use a free trial then cancel after getting your Xbox or PlayStation. You gotta fucking pay up front. You also have companies like GameStop selling console bundles to force people to pay way more because they don't want to sell the console by itself. Like, I don't need to spend $800 on a bundle that includes the extra controller, Returnal, which honestly it does look like a pretty good game, MLB The Show, and a gift card. I just want the PS5. The rest of that shit I can wait and buy on a sale later. Let me catch anyone spending $60 on fucking MLB The Show. That shit's retarded. It's included in Game Pass for free. The reason for this? You. Well, maybe not you in particular, but people in general are signing up for Walmart Plus as well as buying these bundles with games they will never play because it's the only option available. I'm sure Walmart has seen the amount of money coming from people using Walmart Plus that haven't even been able to secure a console that they've wanted to get. And same thing for all the companies doing bundles. They're selling so much extra shit on top, and they're just raking in the money. So, what does the future look like for all of this? Recently it came out that the chip shortage, which was supposed to start getting better at some point in 2022, is not going to be seeing any sort of relief until at least 2023, according to the Intel CEO Pat Gelsinger. Reselling isn't showing any signs of slowing down, with sold listings on StockX and eBay happening consistently every single day. I, unfortunately, would be willing to bet money that people are still going to be struggling to get these consoles throughout all of the next calendar year, and that's honestly just really upsetting. I remember a time getting a new video game console was fun and exciting. Seeing all the new games you get to play, seeing the graphics, all that shit. Now it's just stressful for people trying to get one at retail, and many people are just trying to make money, which I get, but it just really sucks. At the end of the day, these things are luxuries. If the biggest thing we have to complain about is not being able to buy a $500 video game console because they keep selling out, I think we should be able to consider ourselves fortunate. I know this whole video has been me kind of bitching, and granted, these things are meant to be enjoyable, so I'll just be kind of leaving it on this note before I go another 20 minutes cyberbullying kids that are still walking around with the StockX tags attached to their sneakers. But if you enjoyed this video, please consider becoming a friend of the channel and subscribing. Like the video if you thought I was entertaining or if you learned anything new. Leave me a comment letting me know your thoughts, letting me know if you've got a console already, if you're still trying to get one, if you paid resale like I am because I'm a fucking idiot. I hope you all have a beautiful holiday season, and I hope to see you next time.
All of these thoughts, the one sent to me. Whipping and flipping, I know the recipe. Remember me.